out of the way, and I believe I could have run behind you.
Martin, I can remember when we came to summer and you were playing fullback up there, and I saw you in the weight room and watched you work out in the weight room. If you could pick up, you were strong enough to pick up the whole weight room. I wanted to fix it, and our running back coach didn't take it. Biggest mistake we ever made.
The Martin Houston Show with national championship winning fullback Martin Houston, giving you 1 hour of intense, hard-hitting analysis from an insider's perspective. It's time for the Martin Houston Show on your home for Alabama sports, Tide 100.9, and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Good morning. Welcome into the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier, powered by Box Eye Care. We're live, local, and ready to get things rolling right here on your home for Alabama sports. That's Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. Wow. It's here. No more talking about hypotheticals. Well, we still going to have to talk a little hypothetical. But football starts today. It's hard to believe that it is upon us, but the Alabama Crimson Tide, Kalen DeBoer, staff, Ryan Williams, Deuce, starting season number 2 in the new era of Alabama football. Are they ready to bring back high tide here in Tuscaloosa? I say so. What do you say today? Call up today and give us your bold prediction. Hey, look at that. Xavier's back with us. Hey, Xavier.
Hello.
I told him that your job season starts about a week and a half before football season starts.
Yeah.
So, but hey, listen, we're looking for bold predictions today. I love Bam Bam 72X. Bam Bam 72 says, "Man, it feels like Christmas." That's a great analysis. Today is Christmas Day. If you're an Alabama football fan, but we invite you to get in on the conversation right here on the Martin Houston Show on the Empowerment, Leadership, and People Solutions hotline at 205-342-9904. And if you're tuning in on the live stream, you can jump in on it over there, as well as Tim Richardson and Bam Bam already getting started. Practice day. I get in trouble sometimes because I write with exclamation points because it's the easiest one for these big old fat fingers to hit when I end a question. So I have to put people who know me know that if I put 1, it really doesn't mean anything. But if I put 3, that's my way of saying it's exciting. This is an exciting point. And Tim putting 3 exclamation points after practice day there. So, but good morning to Alabama fans. Merry Christmas or Merry Crimson today. We're going to, like I said, take your bold predictions. X is going to give us a bold prediction. Chase is going to give us a bold prediction. I didn't even give him a heads up, but I'll give you my bold prediction for the Alabama Crimson Tide. It can be regarding a player. It can be regarding the team. It doesn't matter what angle you take. Of course, we'll get, biggest concerns, question marks. We'll get some can guys do this type of questions. We'll talk depth chart. We'll talk breakout players. And that's what we're going to be talking about between now and the season kickoff, X, because now it's just really specifically what can the guys on this team do? What can the coaches on this team do? They've shown that in year 2, X, that they can recruit their butts off. And yesterday we even had some words from Tank Jones, who may be the next 5-star to land in Tuscaloosa. So I think that ties Saban's record. But anyway, remember that this is a day that the Lord has made, so let's rejoice and be glad in it. Take some time to notice someone, love someone, serve someone, be the difference you want to see in the world today. after we finish with all this great football talk, we will wrap up today's show as we always do with the word of encouragement and how we can incorporate our faith into the boardroom, the classroom, our chosen field of play. We'll do that to wrap up the fourth quarter with the Harvest Church Christian Moment of the Week. X, take it away, man. Welcome back.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back. And also get to come back on another special day. It's my baby girl's 8th birthday today. So I just want to give a quick shout out to my little ladybug, Addie, as we will be celebrating her 8th birthday today. But it's glad to be back.
We got to get started on it, X. We did like the midnight practice. We had this weekend. Having this weekend and went ahead and did a celebration. But happy birthday, Addie. We love you from Big Poppy and Gigi. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and as you said, I'm glad to be back as work gets crazy for a few weeks for me before football season kicks off. But I'll be back today, tomorrow, and hopefully try to get back to some semblance of regular schedule next week. But always good to be on talking Bama football. As you said today, Alabama's practice starts, and this is going to be. Is it crazy to say that this season, as good as I feel as an Alabama fan going into it, it's still probably the scariest season to me that Alabama has had in 2 decades, potentially.
Why do you say that?
Because there's a realistic expectation. There's the fanatical fan expectation. There's the media expectation. And I think both of those might supersede the realistic expectation.
What? Okay, so what do you think the fan expectation is? Because now, let me say this.
No. I said fanatical. Now, and I said it that way intentionally, not just the fan expectation, because as a fan, I have a realistic expectation. But then you got my expectation when we're talking about what I believe this Alabama team can be in 2025 is a team that can compete and be in the conversation. Realistically, I see 10-2 realistically. Maybe, if everything falls right, an 11-1 season.
Hey, Chase, can you mute Xavier Mike? He got hit in the head over the last couple of days. So.
But that's I think if everything falls right, we can be an 11-1 team.
Who's beating us? Who you got beating us?
Me. I have at 10-2, I think we potentially lose to Georgia or South Carolina. 11-1, we lose one of those games.
South Carolina was a fraud. Don't buy into that hype. Don't buy into that hype. Don't buy into that hype. I'm telling you. They got a quarterback, and that's it.
They got Calvin Johnson Jr. if he can get it together on that team too.
Well, we have Joe Burrows if he plays like it.
100% agree. That's why I said 11-2. But I also know, just to caveat, I think we win. I think we do beat South Carolina on the road.
I think we beat both of them on the road.
But where do we end the season this year? And that place ain't ever fun.
If we lose to Auburn, I'm.
How many times have we said if we lose to Auburn and we lose and we've ended up losing to Auburn?
Well, I'm still. It is all July 30th, so it's 100%. Call me Martin, Big Poppy, fanatical fan. I'm all in, baby.
Hey, I'm not mad.
All in. You scared to say it, X? You're scared.
I'm not mad. I said we will compete.
Hey, Chase, you there?
I'm here.
Can you mute his mic? What is wrong with him? I think he got hit in the head over the last week. He said South Carolina in the preseason, Chase.
I think that's our biggest threat. I think South Carolina's a bigger threat than Georgia is.
That's like saying the ACC is deeper. It's same thing.
I like our chances against. I'll say it right here, right now, July 30th. I like our chances against Georgia better than I do South Carolina. I do.
All right, X.
but then the media expectation is crazy. Oh, Kalen DeBoer can't do this. Kalen DeBoer can't do that. And then all of a sudden he gets a little hot on the recruiting trail. You talk about who we got coming back. The media is either this team is going to go 7-5 or this team's winning the national championship. I don't really see any in between when it comes to how outside of Alabama media talks, national media, things like that. The ESPNs, Fox, all them.
Yeah, they think that it's about they want to be right. They want Alabama to be bad. That's what I think the national media is. They want Alabama to be bad. That's just my opinion. So we'll come back on the other side, see if we can get Xavier some truth serum. Because he's just trying to keep y'all engaged with the comments he's making this morning. It has to be something is off. I mean, I'm just trying to figure it out. He started off with 10-2, maybe 11-1, but lost to South Carolina. Has South Carolina ever beat us?
Don't ask that question.
Yep, they beat us up there. Maybe we won't have to lose to them. Maybe last year was enough to make us come back like we did with Mark Ingram many moons ago that put Alabama on a tear and Mark Ingram on his way to Heisman. Maybe we'll just start off this year against them that way. Anyway, we'll be back on the other side. We'll get your thoughts. What's your bold predictions as Alabama kicks off the 2025 season? And in honor of Bam Bam 72, Merry Christmas. We'll be back on the other side.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. A very good morning to you on this Hump Day Wednesday, and getting off to a quiet start again today as we move along. Well, most of the freeways and side streets, looking here at McFarland, taking a nice and smooth here between Watermelon and 43. Also 43 on the southbound lanes to McFarland, not seeing any heavy delays whatsoever there. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now, I'm Tammy Thomas.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Shop Townsend Nissan today. Fair, fun, and fast. The right products at the right place. That's why people shop Townsend Nissan. Scotland Boulevard, Tuscaloosa.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
Hey, this is Wyatt Fulton from Tide 100.9. Since moving to Tuscaloosa in 2022, I've been embraced by the community, and we want to help do the same for you and your business. I'm passionate about the Tide listeners, and I know that they will support advertisers whose products and services we endorse. At Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, we can help create customized radio and digital marketing plans to help grow your business. Hit me up at wyatt.fulton@townsquaremedia.com, and I can tell you more, and let's help your business score big.
Got timberland in West Alabama or East Mississippi? North River Timber Company has you covered. Since 2011, Courtney White, a registered forester, along with his expert team, have been managing timberland and harvesting timber across 4 West Alabama counties. They offer comprehensive timber management plans, reforestation services, and appraisals. Courtney White says timber is like money in the bank. Don't let your investment go unrealized. Call North River Timber Company today. Email them at northrivertimberco@gmail.com or call 205-242-5127.
Let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, I'm Martin Houston, and I want to tell you about exciting news happening at Box Eye Care. They moved to their new location, bringing you a brand new lab, stylish new frames, and a fresh look just for you. Enjoy their expanded frame inventory, competitive prices, and faster service, all with the same great level of service you've come to know and trust. Discover this full-service eye care at Box Eye Care's new location. With their in-house lab, they offer unbeatable value and one of the largest frame collections in town. Schedule your eye exam today and walk out with new glasses in less than an hour in most cases. Visit boxeyecare.com. That's boxeyecare.com or call 205-342-0660. That's 205-342-0660. Visit them at 5003 Oscar Baxter Drive. That's Box Eye Care. Your vision, our priority.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
The sky partially sunny today. We'll have the chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and early tonight. The high today 94, tonight's low 75. Tomorrow a mix of sun and clouds, scattered storms becoming more numerous, the high 92. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 75 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Interact with the Martin Houston Show by calling us at 205-342-9904 or tuning into the Martin Houston Show on Facebook.
Welcome back into the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier as we get ready to continue the conversation. As we were going to break, I think I stirred the pot a little bit with my thought processes on the beginning of this season. And, you know, maybe I did bump my head the last week and a half at work.
Maybe.
But I think I think this team has all the potential in the world. It's just about it coming together. This is the 2008, 2009 potential team in Alabama, but it could be the 2010 team in Alabama, which was the year we lost to Spurrier in South Carolina. And, you know, I think South Carolina might have a winning record against Alabama in the time that I've watched, or it might be tied that I've really watched Alabama football. If you remember those early 2000 days.
What?
Yeah. Since I got into football. Not all time, since I got into football.
How many times do you think South Carolina's beat Alabama?
I've beaten them at least 3 times since I started watching. We've only played them maybe 6. I mean,
Chase might mute his mic, Chase, and get to Pat. Pat, I need your help, man. Pat, you're in on the empowerment leadership. Leadership and People Solutions hotline. You need to help Xavier out.
Yes, sir. That this team goes as our offensive line goes. If they can keep Ty Simpson healthy, the national media hates Alabama. They want Alabama to fail, but the Silk Suits in Las Vegas have us favored at every game except one. Every game, Alabama is a favorite. Did you hear what I said about the Silk Suits in Vegas? And, hey, so what does that tell you, Martin? Hey, it tells you that we're going to the national title. That we're going to play for the national title. And I'm going to go out on the limb and say we're going to win it. That I don't see, and I'll be honest with you, the one team we're not favored against is Georgia. And I don't see Kirby. I think this is going to be Kirby's kryptonite. Hey, they're going to be screaming for Kirby to do something else, to fire somebody's going to have to be fired at Georgia.
Hey, let's talk about the Kirby thing for a second, Pat, Xavier. Tim Richardson said, Stockton is not scaring me with Georgia. I just don't see it with him and the offense. I think Stockton is a good quarterback. I would take him in a heartbeat. I think he has the potential. I think that Beck was overrated. I think Beck had unbelievable talent around him. And then last year he didn't, and he looked pedestrian. I still don't – the second half of last year's game for me, it was that Alabama called off the dogs, literally, because they thought they had the game won. I think the first half is indicative of what Kirby's defense can do against Kalen DeBoer's offense. And that wasn't even Kalen DeBoer's best version. I think this year, to Tim Richardson place, and Kirby's defense, even when he was with Bama, struggled with offenses like DeBoer.
No, yeah, I agree with that. And this game is going to, in my opinion, it's going to come down to the 2 quarterbacks. They'll both have, I think Stockton will have one more career start at that point since he got the bowl game start last year. Then Ty's a year older, though. And it's going to come down to how they perform in that game. It's the first time we're really going to see Ty on the road in that type of environment. How does he respond? And then it comes down to the weapons. How good are each team's weapons? How good are each team's lines?
Yeah. And I think Alabama has advantage weapons on offense.
Agreed.
And I think I know I agree this to your point, Pat. I do agree that it's a lot rides on this offensive line. But let's go back to last year. If our defense plays the way it was playing by the end of the year, and our offense just plays consistent, Alabama doesn't lose a game last year. X?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, if this team's just consistent,
like we beat Vanderbilt if defense, because we play well enough offensively to win. Even against Oklahoma, remember how bad it was? But if they don't rob us of the Ryan Williams touchdown, we're right back in that game, and we played atrocious on offense. But defense had no answer for
the quarterback run.
And then Michigan, I told Ryan Fowler the other day, Pat, think about what happened in Michigan game. Didn't we hurt the Michigan quarterback?
Yep.
and then they had to bring in the running quarterback.
Yep.
And then that's when they beat us. So to me, those 3 games, defense, because I think our offense is going to be better. I think our offense is going to be better. I think it's going to be more diverse, more explosive. I'm going all in on Ty. So Pat, you got anything before we let you go?
Martin, I got confidence that our defense is going to be special this year. Special.
That's my whole point,
it's time for Keelan Keeley to shut up or get on the horse and ride.
Not out.
I'm talking about ride into the backfield.
No matter how good Alabama's offense has been, if our defense wasn't above average, good to elite, Alabama did not win a national championship.
Yep.
Even with the great offense we had in 2020, the defense was still really good.
Your defense in '92. Your defense was elite.
They were all right, Pat, but that was an offensive-led team in '92.
Hey, I hear you talking. You had the 2 best bookends that's ever been in a Crimson Tide uniform.
Hey, Pat, you know what I tell people about that offense? Do you know how good you have
to be? Great fullback.
Do you know how good you have to be offensively to score at D1 in the SEC when the coaches on the other team, the players on the other team, and the fans on your team and their team all know what you're going to run, and you still can run the ball? That's elite. I didn't say we scored a lot of points. But we did what we had to do. Roll Tide, baby.
That's right. They won. They got a ring. All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah.
X.
Sorry, it froze on my end. I didn't catch what happened. Pat, is Pat still with us? Okay. But yeah, no. This team is interesting. When was the last time you felt this way about this team in any shape, form, or fashion? Like all the potential in the world, but really not knowing the direction it was going to go.
I don't feel like that though. That's what I'm saying. I feel confident in this team. I don't feel like we don't know what.
Okay, so in Nick Saban's era, he won 6 national championships, played for 9. When you look at this 2025 team, and I know it's not necessarily fair, but what team does this 2025 team remind you of?
2020.
2020, really?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because you have a 5-star quarterback who's waited his turn. You have an offensive line that has a starter at every position. Every position has a starter in SEC play. You have the potential of 3 guys that's good enough to be first-round offensive wide receivers. 3 guys. Jeremy Bernard could have a breakout season and move into a first round. Isaiah Horton could move into a first round. Ron Williams not eligible yet, but he's first-round talent. That alone. Then you flip to the other side of the ball, and you have a defense, man, that is going to be, to me, it's going to be the best one we've had. Potentially going all the way back to the one that lost to Clemson. What was it, 2016? I mean, I don't know if I felt this good about our defense. Now, all of this is contingent. To me, it's one word: health. I think our first 22 is as good as anybody going into the preseason. I don't look at any school and go, Ohio State's roster. I mean, the guy that left Alabama and went to be the quarterback at Ohio State, what did he show? Everybody loved him, but what did he show? Nothing. We have a third string guy that showed more than he did when he was here. We have a guy that was a 5-star. We forget that. We forget that Ty Simpson, he couldn't beat out Jay. But maybe nobody built it around him. Well, this offense is built around his skill set. And they don't have to spend any time coaching any other skill set.
He's one of 2 quarterbacks from his recruiting class that are still at where they
And
started.
the other one has been a 3-year starter, right? So I just think that there's a lot of good stuff, X.
I mean, I agree. I think there's a lot of good to be done with this team, and all the potential's there. But I also know Nick Saban only had 2 national championships where he didn't lose a game. So I have a feeling there's going to be a hiccup along the way. I just don't know who. I can't pinpoint.
And how many times did Nick Saban lose to a team that was better than him during that time?
Well, there weren't many teams.
That's my point. He was always upset. Every time he lost a game in a national championship season, it was generally some type of upset. The only one that you may say that was the LSU game, I think 9-6
in 2011.
And that was poor coaching. I think we went into a bubble and didn't let AJ do his thing. And then when we played against him in the national championship, they let him lose. You see what Bam Bam 72 said. I don't think by the time we get to Georgia, Bama will have been a little more battle tested. The way Georgia's schedule sets up, you're not going to really know anything about them. And Tim Richardson agreed with that. And Bam 72 also jumping in on Williams, Bernard, and Horton will be the new ride outs. X. We talked about that. That was one of our can questions. Bam 72. Can this group, and you can answer that on the other side, Xavier, can this group of wide receivers become the ride outs 2.0? Or we need to give them their own name, but they will be playing rock, paper, scissors toward next. So we'll come out on the other side.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. A very good morning to you on this Hump Day Wednesday, and getting off to a quiet start again today as we move along. Well, most of the freeways and side streets, looking here at McFarland, taking a nice and smooth here between Watermelon and 43. Also 43 on the southbound lanes to McFarland. Not seeing any heavy delays whatsoever there. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now, I'm Tammy Thomas.
It's Alabama Campers Grand Opening Event in Tuscaloosa. Find new Forest River, Keystone, Salem, RVs, and Sprinter fifth wheels. You'll find a great selection of new and pre-owned RVs, front living, rear living, 2 entry options, and more. Many with low or no down payments. Experience the great outdoors. Alabama Campers Grand Opening, 5126 McFarland Boulevard East in Tuscaloosa. Easy financing and top-tier service at Alabama Campers and online at alabamacampers.com.
Mira, Jorge, let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak. No.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Houston Hydrosteam. That's Houston Hydrosteam. Quality work you can stand on. Whether you're looking for carpet and upholstery cleaning, oriental rug cleaning, residential or commercial water damage, and a whole lot more, you need to call Houston Hydrosteam at 205-553-9460, 553-9460, or visit them online at HoustonHydrosteam.com. And once again, Houston Hydrosteam is quality work you can stand on.
Give me those sauces, grab the chicken strips, let's dunk them in there. There's nothing like it. Hey, I'm Joey.
And I'm Josh, and we're team members at our local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing you'll love about the Chick-fil-A chicken strips is dipping them in our sauces. My sauce is the barbecue sauce. If you wanted to add sweet, tangy flavors, there's nothing like it.
I love the garden herb ranch sauce, but if you want a little bit more kick in the spicy side, you can mix it with buffalo sauce.
Dipping them in our sauces, it is perfection.
It's the summer of Chick-fil-A chicken strips and sauces. Order now on the Chick-fil-A app. Team members paid for their testimonials.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Venue, your new favorite Tuscaloosa hangout, food, music, and more. Come and taste what's new at The Venue, whether it's Liza's Sweet Shop, whether it's the all-day breakfast and burgers from Ramajama's, or the quality food that you can get at Finish Pub. Great atmosphere, great time, great people, great environment. That's The Venue. You can find them online at thevenuetuscaloosa.com, located off of Watermelon Road, just past Sokol Park. That's The Venue, Tuscaloosa's new favorite hangout. Make it yours.
Keep it locked into Tide 100.9 for more of the Martin Houston Show with Martin Houston and X's and O's Sports, Xavier Houston.
Welcome back in. Go ahead, Ag. Go ahead.
All right. Welcome back in to the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier as we get ready to continue this conversation in the second half. Bam Bam has started something in the comments. As we said, we were going to break. Bam Bam said Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, and Isaiah Horton will be the new rideouts. They will be playing rock, paper, scissors to see who scores next. And QD says, slow your roll with the comp, man. They will be a good wide receiver room, but not that good. That's the best set of wide receivers in school history. Bam Bam comes back. Got to have faith. No, QD. QD says you got to have realism. And go ahead.
Let me ask QD this. Would that wide receiver core have been better in Kalen DeBoer's offense?
Ooh, that's tough.
No, it's not. I didn't say. I think. In my opinion, I think that they, without a doubt, had very good offensive coordinators. Who were their offensive coordinators?
Loxley. And what was it? Sark? Was Sark here in 2019?
I don't think so.
Or what?
How many years was Loxley the coordinator? One,
I think. I gotta go back and look because that's an interesting. I think Sark was here 2 years.
He was.
Yeah, so he was here in 1920.
So my point, the reason I asked that is even though you have great offensive coordinators, those coordinators were still capped by Saban's philosophy. Right?
Yeah.
Somebody, you don't have to be as talented. I agree. I mean, if these guys, if you told me I had to choose this group versus that group, I'm taking that group, the old group.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not sure that Williams doesn't have a higher ceiling than all of them.
Yeah.
And
okay, so just to do statistics, Jerry Jeudy in 18, 68 catches, 1350 yards. Waddle 45 catches, 848. Ruggs 46 catches, 741. Devontae 42 catches, 692, and you had Irv Smith at tight end. You had 44 catches for 710, and their touchdowns were 14, 7, 11, 7, and 6.
yeah. And like I said, and I think they would have been better if they were in this offense.
Yep. And then if you do the next year, when it was that whole group again, Smitty had 68 for 1256 and 14. Jerry had 77 for 1163 and 10. Ruggs had 40 for 746 and 7. And Waddle had 33 for 56 and 6.
Think about what Washington did. Jeremy Bernard was what, fourth? He couldn't get on the field with the receivers that he had out there. I'm telling you, the quarterback had over 5,000. The starting quarterback had over 5,000 passing yards.
4903 is what he had his last year. 4903. So close. But that year, you had that year, Adunze had 92 for 1640, 13. Polk had 69 for 1159 and 9. Jalen McMillan had 45 for 559 and 5. And he was hurt and missed some time. Jeremy had 34 for 419 and 2, and their tight end had 46 for 433 and 4.
And that's what you need to look at, X, is you need to look at Jeudy, that crew of Jeudy, the wideouts versus that crew 2 years ago. That's kind of your comparison of what this group has the potential to be. I would say that this group is as talented or as good as the group they had at Washington.
Mm-hmm.
The potential. So, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're going to be as good. I'm saying that we can talk about them in that conversation. That group was elite and special, and I think had they been in this air raid, and this is the thing, we didn't get to see Kalen DeBoer's offense last year as much as we will this year. I think we got kind of bogged down in some ways, even though I was a big fan of Jalen Milroe. I'm not doing revisionist history. I think the best guy had the job last year. But I think a year later, this guy that's going to be running this offense, whichever one it ends up being, I think it's going to be Ty. It's going to be elite. I asked you before we went on air, can Ty Simpson have a Jaden Daniels type of offense? The other thing you need to remember is this, X. There's more football games.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be think about defense. Think about how few times we punted the ball last year. I mean, how many few times we ended up kicking field goals. And the defense gets us the ball back more. So I think Ty's going to have more possessions. I think he's going to have a more open, deep in passing game. So,
Yeah.
All right. So what's your you started off with a soft lob, X. We a couple minutes. What's your bold prediction? If you were gonna make a bold prediction about this team, and I gave you a hard time. I don't know who the one,
Bold prediction about this team. I think they win the SEC. I think, I'm gonna take it a step further. I think they beat Texas in the SEC championship game.
All right.
Yep. Chase, you got one for us?
Ooh, something I'm still thinking about. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie because like with Alabama football with covering and everything. But I know we're gonna do pretty well this season. I think better than last year, that's for sure.
Guys, I ain't gonna. Hey, listen, you ain't put no money on it. Bold prediction, man. I mean, come on.
You got it.
Yes, yeah. Hey, listen, I went on a water rafting trip, and I ended up not getting in the water, so they gave me a new nickname called Chicken. I said, you can call me a chicken, but I'm definitely the hen. I mean, the rooster. I totally messed that up. I'm the rooster. I'm the rooster. And so I'm going to be the rooster today. I'm going to give you bold. I ain't going to be chicken. I agree, X. It won't surprise me if Alabama slips up. But Alabama will have a one-loss season played in the national championship game.
One-loss season, national championship game. Now, is that because this can happen? Are they SEC champions?
Yes.
Okay. Because they could get to the SEC championship game 12-0, and in this era, they'll still be in the playoffs. So,
yep. So,
okay.
All right. Oh man, it's not enough.
I got a bold player prediction.
What's the bold player, real quick? We'll pick it up tomorrow.
Jeremy Bernard leads the team in receiving yards.
I was gonna say Isaiah. I think Ryan.
But I bet you. Do you have Ryan at second though?
I have Ryan Williams making the other two guys elite.
Yep.
And Ryan Williams still getting the job done.
Yep.
He's gonna have.
I think he finished second in yards, and I think it's close.
I think he has the most receptions.
Yeah.
Most catches, most touches. But one of the other guys may have the more yards because I think Ryan Williams is going to open it up. I think I think
it's a Mechie Jamo situation.
Yep. Huh?
I think it's a Mechie Jamo situation.
Yep. Absolutely. So, and I think that's why I say Horton. I think he's more of a deep ball threat, over the top threat, down the field threat than Bernard. So, man, not enough time. We'll be back tomorrow. And on behalf of Xavier and Chase and Martin, we want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. Fall camp kicking off. For those of you who may be joining in, that's spelled CRIMMAS as Alabama Crimson Tide kicks off fall camp today. We'll be bringing you back tomorrow with actual conversation about the first day of practice. We'll be back on the other side. We'll add Scotty Hollins, Executive Director of Blueprint Ministries, to the conversation. The Harvest Church Christian Moment of the Week.
Go inside the Alabama Crimson Tide with the Gary Harris Show.
Hey, it's Gary Harris. Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., another jam-packed show. Matt Coulter on NASCAR, plus Larry the Music Man, and plenty of Alabama football as the Crimson Tide hits the practice field for the first time. And your phone calls as well. That's Wednesday morning at 9 a.m.
Catch the Gary Harris Show Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. on Tide 100.9 and Tide100.9.com.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. Traffic remains on the quiet side for your Tuscaloosa freeways and side streets. Looking at Lurleen Wallace, and that is just beautiful. As you move in between 5th Street and McFarland, right here in between Watermelon and 43, travels quite nicely at this time. And 2059, not finding any hangups there. From McFarland to Joe Malisham, you're A-OK. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now, I'm Tammy Thomas.
This report is sponsored by Unbound.org.
The Tide 100.9 WTBC 1230 Sports Radio studio is presented by Be Dry Alabama. Be Dry Waterproofing. Online at BeDryAlabama.com.
Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
365, 24/7. You'll find road and utility crews, tow trucks, law enforcement, and first responders working along Alabama's roadways.
We're making improvements and helping our communities stay connected.
We're working hard to make sure you're safe on the road. Now we need your help to make sure we're safe too.
Alabama's move over law requires you to move over a lane when you see flashing lights on the roadside. And if you can't safely move over, please slow down.
Visit drivesafealabama.org. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Transportation, Alabama Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school. That education got me to the first day at my dream job, which I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from the Army National Guard helped me buy my first house. I also know that I will be one of the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you receiving unemployment? Your benefits could be at risk. Here's how you can protect yourself and your benefits. Never respond to mail notifying you of a false claim in your name. Never answer a text message asking you to verify your account. And only respond to official Alabama Department of Labor's social media pages. Report fraud at labor.alabama.gov/fraud. Brought to you by the Alabama Department of Labor, ABA, and the station. The Alabama Department of Labor is an equal opportunity employer program. Auxiliary aids and services available upon request to individuals with disabilities. Dial 711 for TTY accessibility.
This is Dave with B Drive Alabama, right here with Alice Maxwell with Keller Williams. We're here to talk about the integrity of two businesses that have worked together for years. Alice, thank you so much for believing in B Drive.
I love B Drive. I love sharing your name, your company with my clients. And when I refer you to others, they automatically trust you through our relationship and the work you've done.
You've got to prove yourself every day. B Drive's been around for 60 years. When we took this over, we built it on a reputation of taking care of the customer first. And Alice, that's the same thing you've been doing for years in this community.
What I love about you, David, is if I call you today or my clients call you, you always will pick up the phone.
B Drive is one of the leaders in waterproofing, but we're also the leader in foundation. We're the only ones that offer foundation scan, where I can give a true estimate to the homeowner and show exactly what any of the problems are. And the main thing also is a transferable life and structure warranty. Call B Drive Alabama, 205-942-1976.
And if you're looking for a home, call Alice Maxwell, Keller Williams Real Estate, 205-344-0636.
Welcome back to the Martin Houston Show, the sound of Bama sports. Your show, your team, on your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Welcome back into the Martin Houston Show with Martin and Xavier. It's now time for us to jump in with Scotty Hollins, Executive Director of Blueprint Ministries with the Harvest Church 2-Minute Warning. He brings us the Harvest Church Christian Moment of the Week. Take it away, Scotty.
Yes, sir. Hey, we are continuing on our series, Unlikely Heroes. Again, Unlikely Heroes. And so we're looking at Joshua is our first unlikely hero. He wasn't the starter, as we say. He was second string. He was a mentee, one of the mentees of Moses. And he's the guy that after Moses died, God says, Joshua, you're the one that's going to lead the children of Israel to the promised land. And so where we've gotten in this story is just God told him, be strong and courageous because I'm with you. And Joshua has chosen to be strong and courageous. And so one thing I mentioned was, like, when God tells us and told Joshua to be strong and courageous because he's with him, listen, it doesn't help. And when he tells us the same thing, it doesn't help us to know that God is with us unless we know the God who's with us. And to say that a different way, to the degree that we know the God who's with us, will it benefit us to know that he's with us? And so I want to encourage you, if we, when God leads us in a direction, sometimes we can be so blinded by our own deficiencies. We can be so blinded by the difficulties ahead. We could be so blinded by the giants. We could be so blinded by the just whatever the things may be. And God is saying, take your eyes off of that. Take your eyes. He says, be strong and courageous because I am with you. Joshua chose to do that. That allowed him to move forward. So he goes and he challenges the people. And as he challenges the children of Israel, these are the same people that threatened to kill Moses for challenging them to go to fight, go to the promised land where these giants were, because they were so afraid to fight the giants. And so they threatened to kill Moses for continuing to push them, like, hey, let's go do it. And they're like, nah, brother, Don't bring it up again or we're going to stone you. And so Joshua goes, challenges that group of people, and they say, what do you think? They say, Martin, they don't say we're going to stone you. They say, and this is where we'll end today, and then they say, whatever you command us to do, we'll do. And wherever you send us to go, we'll go. Just as we have fully obeyed Moses, which they got a little amnesia, Martin, they didn't fully obey Moses. But just as we have fully obeyed Moses, so we will obey you. They're like, if he probably rolling in his grave, like, pray, y'all didn't follow me at all. He says, only may the Lord your God be with you as he was with Moses. And that's true. Then he says, whoever rebels against your word and does not obey it, whatever you command them will be put to death. So he's basically saying, either we ride with you or we die. We ride or die.
That's right.
And he says, whoever rebels against your word and does not obey it, whatever you command them will be put to death. And he says, only be strong and courageous. Here's the thing. The people knew themselves, Martin. They knew that if they didn't hold themselves accountable, and that's why they say, hey, we're going to follow you. We're going to do whatever you want us to do. We're going to go wherever you want us to go. And whoever doesn't do it, they got to die. They're doing that because they know themselves. And they know the first sign of danger, they will probably turn around. They will probably, run. And so they put that little accountability measure, if you will, in place to protect them. Guess from who, Martin? To protect them from themselves.
That's right.
And so then the next, I'll finish the one other piece next week in terms of looking at where they go.
Yeah, this reminds me so much of I had been the backup, the second string guy behind Kevin Turner for 4 years and had success. But when I got into that role, man, I was struggling, and my coach had to come along and say, man, you've done this. You just now elevated. He said, trust in what has already happened to guide you forward. And that's so much of what God was telling Joshua and the people. I've taken you down this road before. You can be absolutely courageous and walk in it because I was with you before and I'm with you now. So we'll break down that even more next week. Scotty, tell them where they can find you.
Absolutely. You can go to www.blueprintsexclusive.com. Send me a message there. Come straight to my email.
All right. Hey, that's Scotty Hollins, Chase Brumfield, Xavier Houston. I'm Martin Houston. Hey, it's a Merry Christmas because today is fall camp in Tuscaloosa. We'll bring you some live info right off the playing field, practice field tomorrow. Remember this, trust in the Lord always, lean not your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Roll Tide, everybody. We'll catch you on tomorrow. It's a celebration.
Thank you for listening to the Martin Houston Show on your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.